Always something. It's always something or somebody to blame. I don't have a lot of money. I am fat. I am not smart enough. I haven't read any books. I don't know where Istanbul is. I don't know this. I don't know that. I don't know what. I don't have too many friends. I don't have rich friends. I have a lousy job. I have too less money. I have, I don't know, a crappy car. So who is the fault? Whose fault is it? It's maybe the government. It's always the government, the Illuminati, the Masons. I don't know. Your neighbor, your teacher, your mother, your father, everyone is to be blamed. Yeah. Interesting. And you know who is one to blame. Then don't build a fortress to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Okay? You can put a fortress around yourself, big, thick walls, but your enemies can be at the gate and prevent the goods, the food, coming into your fortress, and then you will starve to death. So you shouldn't isolate yourself. You should keep some information to yourself, okay? But don't isolate yourself. You are trying to become powerful around people. What will you do with the power if you isolate yourself and don't speak with anyone? Don't go out. You're in your room all the time. Then, know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. That's from the other book also that we have covered. From the negotiations, you should always know to whom you're speaking to. What's the background? Do your intelligence, do your due diligence. So you should know what is the other person's aspiration, what is his current emotional state, what is going on in his life, where he works, who is he now, on what position is he now? Is this position something that can be useful for you or not? So don't offend. If you are offending, don't offend anyone. It doesn't make any kind of sense. It will not benefit from that. Okay, but if you're offending somebody, be sure that you're not offending the wrong people, the people that can pull you to the top. Then don't commit to anyone. Say, okay, we'll see, we'll do, but don't give your commitments. Choose wisely your battles. Who deserve it and why. Then play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. What does it mean? It means that when you're around other people, you should somehow blend in with other. No one likes smart ass. No one likes someone who is too smart, who doesn't fit in with the group. So if the group is talking about oil and about tariffs, then you should know something about tariff, you should know something about oil, and you should somehow connect into the living conversation, but not going into such kind of details, exposing information that they don't know, that they don't understand, hurt their ego because they are saying something stupid and so on. Don't be like that. If you are smarter than everyone else, you should know that in order to speak and to be good with other people, you should, let's say, bring your intelligence a little bit down, your IQ. You should lower your IQ. And I say that very, very often to my guys. If you want to speak with anyone, if you want to be sure that you will not hurt anyone, if he's getting on your nerves, don't get upset. Just lower your IQ, nod your head, be nice to them. It maybe is burning inside of you. You want to burst, you want to kill yourself because they are saying something that's not logical, that's not right, it's complete garbage, gibberish, it's complete crap and total crap. But feed their ego, don't say that they're wrong. Once more. Then use the surrender tactic, transform weakness into power. If you see that you don't have the strength, the power to fight the battle, it doesn't make any kind of sense to go into the battle, because the people who are in power, they know that they have to crush you, and they will crush you. They will put you to the ground. That's why if you see, and you're an intelligent person, you see that there is a possibility for them to defeat you, then you should surrender. It's a fictive surrender. You know, you're deliberately surrendering. Maybe you would win at the end, but there is a low probability, low chance for that. In that case, don't be the man, say, oh, and put your ego on the first line saying, oh, no, I'm going into battle. No. Pull your ego back, rationalize about the things that are going around. If you see that you will lose, 99% of the probabilities that you will lose, then you should surrender, go back to your home and figure out the tactics, train this, that, and figure out what are the steps you need to take to defeat them tomorrow. That's the real mindset. If you want to be powerful, you will never become powerful if other people kill you, if other people knock you on the floor. It will not work. Just say, okay, you're the man, you're the bigger man, you have all the power, okay, I agree with that, then I surrender, then go home and work on a plan, how to defeat them tomorrow. Then, concentrate your forces. Intensity defeats extensity every time. So don't shoot wide. Don't shoot on every front. Don't be on 15 places and be the master of 15 things and focus yourself on 15 things in the same time. You should focus yourself on one thing. So if your current goal is to, I don't know, earn $100,000, then go and earn $100,000. Don't think about how you should, I don't know, do some kind of landscaping in your garden, how your room is messy and you should clean the rooms or something like that. No, your current focus is to gain $100,000 as fast as possible. Put all your energy into that. If you don't put all the energy into that, your energy will disperse and you will end up doing nothing. Then play the perfect courtier. I believe it's self-explanatory. It says that to be with others like they want you to be. Tell them what they want to hear. Maybe this is all wrong, what you are saying, but it will get you closer and more into that zone that people will own you something. So you're basically, again, you're feeding the ego. You're doing what other people are telling you to do, and you're collecting, as I said the last time, you're collecting those little points, little stars, a wild card that you can use later on your way to the top. Then recreate yourself or remake yourself. It means to be the master of your own image rather than letting others define it for you. So you should define yourself and what you want to be. The world always wants to assign you a role, what you are in the life, label you. And once you accept that role, you're basically doomed. You're as I said once, I believe, if you stink, you will always be the stinky guy. So you should make yourself something that other people will call you or will think of you. So when you get up in the morning, you should think about, do you want the other people to think that you are well-groomed, or you smell nice, or you have a nice wardrobe and something like that? If you want other people to say about that, then you should create it by yourself. Then you should go to the showers, you should put some kind of perfume, you should wear your most expensive watch, your most fine clothes, and so on. then the people will start to think about you in a way that you want them to think. Then next law is always to keep your hands clear. Don't do any messy stuff. I believe we don't need any additional explanation. You have maybe other people and minions to do the dirty work for you, whatever it is. I'm not going into details, but you should always keep your hands clean. You're not the one to blame. Then play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. So you should build a cult. It's all about this dependency of people. They depend on you. You should build a cult around yourself. You should sell a story that they will buy, and they'll think that you are the chosen one. So they will not be against you when you are moving up in the hierarchy ladder, in the power, on this ladder of power, in this pyramid of power. When you start to move up, other people will not pull you down, because they will start to believe that you are the chosen one. It's the most normal and natural thing in the world that you move up the ladder and they stay where they are. They will think about themselves, oh no, it's not for me, that's not me. He's the one, yeah, he's totally the one who has to be the manager, be the CEO, be the boss, be this, be rich, be that, okay? Let them think like that and use them. Then enter action with boldness. So you should choose your battles, see if you should enter the battle, if you can win the battle. But if you decide that you are going into battle, don't chicken out. Don't pretend like you don't want this or something like that. You should go with your heads up and go boldly into the fight, face to face, without any fear. And that's the reason why most people do not succeed. They are afraid. They do not have the balls. Simple as that. They are afraid of their future plans. They are afraid of themselves, what they will become tomorrow. We are all somehow slaves of this, let's say, this situation where we are now. We don't like the change. We don't want to change. Everything is perfect right now. Maybe it's not perfect, but I can live with it. I cannot take any other risk to become even better, so that my life becomes better, because with this risk, it comes this potential that my life will become even worse than it is today. And that's something that I don't like and I don't want to risk. With no risk, especially today, you will not get anywhere. Then you should plan all the way to the end. So I believe maybe at the beginning of this BY episodes we were talking about how you should have plans. You should know exactly what you want. You should put it in a list and you should follow the list every day on the level of every day, whether or not you're getting closer and closer to your goals. Those goals have to be achievable and it has to be planned all the way to the end. Then you should make your accomplishments seem effortless. So the people, in their eyes, when they're looking at you, when you're performing, when you do some kind of task, some kind of job, it should seem to them, at least to them, that you're doing it like a piece of shit, like it's nothing. So you should, I don't know, someone gives a task to perform a feasibility study of solar power plants or something like that, or wind turbines on something like that, I don't know, some kind of study, and it's a very complex study, and if you give it to a regular dude, he will do it poor, he will not do it on time, he will, I don't know, he will try to evade the job, and then at the end, after 3 months, your boss will not get anything and he will get a piece of crap. You, on the other hand, you will bleed from your ass and your eyes, but you will do the work, you will work all night long, all day long, but never show to the people that you are working as fuck, that you're bleeding. Just come, just be funny, just be funny around those guys and so on. And then at the end, just come with your feasibility study, with your pieces of paper, give it to your boss. Here it is. So it seems like you're a piece of cake. That's why you are the guy, the chosen one, who has the power. And it's normal for you to climb up the power ladder. Then the next law is self-explanatory. You should control the options when you give them options to other people. Get others to play with the cards you deal. People love choices. It makes them feel like they're in control. If you give them free choices, make sure, as I said, that all choices are beneficial to you and for you, and you will gain in any of the outcomes something. So you should win every time. Then play to people's fantasies. We are the problems where we are today, so we, and how the life is for us, but you should play along. No one wants to hear that they are wrong. Let people fantasize what they want. If they have a crappy life, okay, let them fantasize. Don't criticize them. Don't comment. Just be a good friend. Okay, play along. And don't tell them they are wrong. Then, discover each man's thumbscrew. It means find every man's weak spot and play that to your advantage. I believe that's normal. Don't blackmail people, but you should know, especially for the guys who are above you in this ladder of power, what are their weak spots. You can maybe potentially, when you go into fight, into battle, you can use that knowledge, and if you want to bring them down, and if you want to defeat them totally, then it will come in handy to know what are their disadvantages. Then be royal in your own fashion, act like a king if you want to be treated like one. So if you are going outside drinking and barfing and vomiting and pissing around in the public and go with your buddies to the discos and to the clubs and so on, how can people perceive you as a king? You are acting like a peasant. Understand me? If you want to be treated like a king, you should act like it. Maybe you're not a king, but you should put it in your head that you are and start acting as one. Start dressing as one, start speaking as one, start behaving as one. Okay? Then once you become a king, it will be a very normal situation, everyday situation for you, because you already know how to behave, how to talk, and so on, because you have been behaving like that and talking like that for years. Then master the art of timing. There is the right time for everything, and you should take advantage of your knowledge of the best timing that will make the greatest effect. Okay? For everything, if you get a task, don't give the solution and resolve the task immediately. Maybe it will be more beneficial to you if you give it at the last minute. Maybe you will turn up as a hero, because it's a very big and important task for your boss. And you will keep him in a suspense, so he will be very nervous to the last minute. He doesn't know, will you or will you not perform? Will this task be done? And it's very important for him that this task is done on time, and do it minute before, not 2 days before, minute before, and then you will end up as a hero, as a Superman. Then you will get a pat on the back. Attaboy. Then this damn thing you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. It's very simple. Don't let people know that you want something. Don't be envy. Don't be jealous. Don't be stressed about the things that you don't have today. Focus on yourself, where you want to be, what you want to earn, how much money you want to have, and what you need to do in order to get to that place. And once you get to this place, then you will have all of the things that you are now stressed about because you don't have a Ferrari, you don't have a big mansion with a swimming pool and so on. Let this aside. Don't bother yourself and your brain with this crap. Then create compelling spectacles. You have to be the fool, you have to be spectacular, it always have to be not funny, interesting around you, not boring. Okay, so when you come in the medieval ages, when you come to the court, it was always funny, there was always big parties and so on. Why? Because the king knows that you need to entertain the people. You always need to entertain them, because if they get bored, then your power diminishes. Okay? Then, think as you like, but behave like others. As I said, don't speak out loud about how stupid someone is and so on. If you have your opinion that is not in line with other people's opinions, leave it to yourself. Let other people say whatever they want. Think about it as think about that as you like, but you should always behave like they expect and like others. So shut the fuck up. Listen very good, and then speak at the end. And tell them only what they want to hear. You can think in your head whatever you want, but tell them what they want to hear. Then you should stir up waters to catch the fish. So you should play with other people's emotions and reactions in order to get what you want from them. And to get them in a position where they are vulnerable, and you should play on their vanity, on their love for themselves and so on. And if you can manipulate and regulate those emotions in other people, you can put them into position where you want. So you can stir the waters and you can pull some information from them, you can get something from them and so on. It's manipulation, but nevertheless, we are learning about how to be powerful. Despite the free lunch, so there is no such thing as free lunch. Don't take anything for free because you don't want to give anything for free. So give that and let that sink into other people's heads and minds. Don't ask for a free lunch. Avoid stepping into great man's shoes. Don't pretend that you're something that you're not. Pretend that you're somebody else, to pretend to be somewhat of the greatest man from the history. Be authentic and be yourself. You are who you are. Create your own image. Then strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. It means that you should always know who is in charge when you talk to the larger group of people. There are 15 of them. In most of the cases, there are one or two in a position of power that others are listening and following. You shouldn't waste your time on the sheep. You should always go to the head. So if you strike the snake on the head, you kill her. If you strike it on the tail, maybe the tail will grow back. So that's why you should always do the intelligence part and figure out who is the man in the room and talk directly to the man. And you know that phrase from the movies, are you the man? Or you will let me talk to the man? Or you will tell me who is the man in this house? Then you should work on hearts and minds of other people's. Obviously, you should gain trust, you should be close, you should work and play with people's emotions to some degree to get them into the position that you want. You should win them over. There are hundreds and hundreds of movies that have been made around this. How people have gained trust and win hearts and minds of other people just to exploit something for themselves at the end. Don't be just for the exploiting part. Don't just think about that. If we are talking about power, be good, be a nice person, be a good friend and so on. But you can get something beneficial for yourself. You can gain something from them, but you should win them over first. Then you should disarm and infiltrate with the mirror effect. People are basically vain. They think about themselves a lot. So if you are mirroring them and their values and how do they behave, how do they think, then they will respect you more. Don't turn it into sarcasm, because it can easily be turned into something like mocking them. Don't go into that kind of extremes. Just mirror, but not so obvious. Mirror the guy to whom you want to be closer, to whom you aspire. Just give them some kind of a glimpse, some kind of a notion that you are thinking in the same way, that you are similar, and so on. Don't be a parrot and just repeat the things that they say. Then you should preach that we need to change, but don't change too much. Okay? I believe you are fed up with politicians. You know that they are using this as a rule of power very often. It wins hard, it's radical, but when you want a big change, let's say you are in a there will be elections nearby. So when you are in this phase that you are going around and saying what you will do in your next term, then you are quite radical. You will change this, you will change that, you will change that, and then you will win the hearts of other people. But when you actually win the elections or something like that, then you will not do so much, and you will not change too much, because at the end of the day, people do not like to change, especially not to change radically and fast. And we see that with Trump. 2 months after the elections, and the people who elected him, who voted for him, are now turning against him. Because people, at the end, they don't like to change, especially not that fast. Then never appear too perfect. No one's perfect. Don't be a god. So you should always, here and there, show to the people that you have some kind of flaws. So, but not some kind of flaws that they can exploit them. But just for them to see that you're human. Then don't go past the mark you're aimed. In victory, you should know when to stop. So you should have a goal. Once you reach the goal, you stop. Don't go further. It's like casino. If you say, once I win $1,000, I will not spin the blackjack. I will not spin. I will not go to the roulette table. I will stop and I will cash out cash out from the casino. Once you reach that goal of $1,000, you stop. Because you all know what can happen if you continue. Oh no, let me just double or nothing. You know where it goes. And then at the end, assume formlessness. It means it's very similar to the one that people shouldn't see you as a very predictable person. So never reveal too much. Don't let people make a static image of you, label you. You should always change and adapt to the circumstances, to the situations, to the movement in this hierarchy. If you go one step up in the hierarchy, you should change in some way. So you should change your behavior. So you behaved in a certain way till that moment. Now you behave in another moment, in another way. Why is this important? It's important because that you're not predictable. So they cannot use it against you. Okay? You cannot catch the person who doesn't have a form. You cannot kill the person who is moving constantly in zigzags. You understand? That's why you shouldn't be very predictable. Okay, I believe that we have covered most of this. I believe the first one is the most important. Never outshine your master and the people who you aspire to and who you wish that they will bring you up with them. So always play on their ego and it will be all fine. Guys, share, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.